Hey guys, this is Kristen with Mermaid Wax. I'm going to talk to you today about how much pressure you should be applying with a wax strip. Now before I dive in, if any of y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to comment down below, like and subscribe. I'm always happy to help. So don't hesitate to reach out. But let's get into it. Okay, so how much pressure should you be applying when waxing? Now, it definitely doesn't seem like this is talked about enough in the waxing community. Something that's easily missed, but it is such an important step when waxing is pressure, because if you're not applying the right amount of pressure, then everything is going to start to fall apart. So first I'll explain why enough pressure is important. The goal with waxing is to remove hair from the root. So in order to do that, you need to get the wax as close to the base of the hair as possible. If you don't, then you run the risk of the wax just snapping or breaking the hair, so it's not going to be pulled from the root, which if you were going to do that, you might as well just shave. So if you apply pressure, enough pressure, then that will allow you to get as close to the base of the skin as you can, and not break the hairs. Now, a lot of people either don't apply enough pressure because they just don't understand why it's important, or they're scared that it's going to hurt their client, which the only way it's going to hurt your client is if you're like stabbing them like this. But when you're applying like this or like this, you're not going to hurt the client. Trust me, your client would rather have you apply more pressure and feel more pressure than if instead just lightly coating it on your skin and then snapping all of the hairs. So I'm going to show you the difference because it helps to visually see. You can see the skin being pulled. You're not like, ripping your skin off, but the difference is actually pretty drastic. I'm going to show you one strip where I'm not applying enough pressure and then a second strip where I am, and hopefully it'll kind of help you understand what I am talking about. So let me get some wax on my stick. And first I'm going to do the one that does not have enough pressure. So if you see, you'll see that I'm just going to lightly lay it on there. The skin does move some, as it naturally does, but it's definitely not pulling at all. I'm barely applying any pressure at all, just enough for the wax to go on the skin. Now, if I do a second strip, and I'm going to show you, this one is going to have the right amount of pressure. Okay, so when I go up, you can visually see the wax is pulling at the skin more. Ooh, don't drip on me. You can see the skin is being pulled. This does not hurt at all, but the difference is drastic between using enough pressure and not using enough pressure. Let me show you one more time. So again, this one is going to not have enough pressure. I am just barely putting this on my skin. So the chance of breaking these hairs is definitely going to increase compared to when I do apply enough pressure. Then they should all be pulled directly from the root. Now, one way to really get this down is to practice. Obviously, you want to practice on yourself, practice on somebody else. You can practice on a silicone mat, but you want to be able to see that the skin is moving, and you're not just lightly coating it like you would icing on a cake. I promise you, you're not going to hurt your client, and you don't want to snap their hairs. You want to pull it from the root. That way they come back because they're happy with their service. So I hope this helps. Make sure you apply your pressure. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.